Good morning and welcome back to Freckle Farms. I'm sorry about the noise, they should be finished soon. We just had some workers here checking out the inside of the cabin so we can have a toilet and shower and sleeping quarters. As you can see, all of our grass has started growing again. I did finish mowing all of this and re-mowing it, so we're good to go. I'll go and have a look. Our silage probably has a little while to go yet, so that's not going to be anything helpful for us, but the seasons have changed. The trees have starting to get some colour in them. 80%, so still a little bit to go there. I have asked some people if they are keen on these. They've offered us $1,000 a bundle. I think if we could actually take them ourselves, it'd probably be $2,000, but if they give us $2,000 for both of them, I'd be happy. This stack here, I'm probably going to keep, just for the fact that if we do open any camping quarters, they could be good to be used for the fire pit over on the pier, and any barbecues that people need to have. So we'll duck over and have a look inside our new little, I'm going to call it luxury cabin, because we've been sleeping on the floor for 4 days. Let's see what we got. So we've got a fire pit here, so we can use that log pole to restock this one and others as well, because we use it for that. So we've got our kitchen. See if we can get these windows open from inside. Might have to do it on the outside. Have some bunk beds, a bath, and a toilet. Maybe they have to be opened up outside. We'll go and do that in a minute. And couches. Oh, looks like we've got a fold down double bed as well, just in case we ever have any company. So yeah, even with some little fruit baskets, some painting, so that is going to be nice and cozy for us. And eventually that will be a perfect little log cabin to lease out for tourists. It's a pretty fine morning, the weather's nice. So I'll open these up and get some sun in, but how cool is that? I'm not sure if we have any contracts available today. Nothing there, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think we might, maybe we'll go up and grab our trailer, knock down a few trees, and I mean, once this silage comes in, I do have the economy set to normal, not easy, so we won't be getting stupid amounts of money for it. But once we sell that, that's 50,000 litres or something there, once we sell that, we should definitely be able to get ourselves a plough and start, you know, cedar and things. We do have the front loader on here, so we can bring back bags of seed and fertilizer. It's just going to depend. I was thinking about doing a big field in here, but, you know, obviously the equipment we're going to get first is going to be pretty average, so maybe we do one on this side of the road. Where's the road gone? The grass gone over it. There's the road there. I mowed it and the grass has grown over the whole road now. That sort of sucks. We may have to put in a track. So yeah, maybe we do like a little field on this side to start with, and see how we go. But that is a shame. There was a road there. I mowed it and now the track's gone. So, alright, let's get our trailer and get on with it. Alright, the bunker silo has just come up as being done, so I think we're going to have to buy ourselves a bucket so we can get past there. And in the time that we were gone, I did go and fix the road up as well. Cost me $1,000. We got some dirt and we just laid that out. So now the road won't get covered in grass again. That's as close as I could without doing the middle one, because I don't have editing skills, so I can't do it as good as they do. But I think we'll try and scoop some of this up, get it sold, and then pick up all the extra grass that we got laying around here as well. Yeah, hopefully, I think it's about $300 on normal, not on easy. It's like $800, 1,000 About 300 I think on this one. Hopefully we can pick up enough just to go up there and get ourselves a bucket, otherwise what we're going to get in here is not going to be really super handy for us. Yeah, it's not going to let us pick it up without a bucket. That's a bit of a downer, but we'll just have to try and pick up as much as we can this way. If we've got 4,000 litres, we should be able to get 8 or 10,000 litres from that little patch. Come on. I don't really want to go on the front ways because we might pick up the other grass, and sometimes these things can turn the whole load into the last thing we picked up, so I don't want to chance that, because that's a bit of cash that we waste. Didn't that time, luckily. So we've definitely got to get ourselves a bucket. And we're good to go for that. That's a big drop, so it's hopefully we can grab the rest of this without getting hung up on the corner. Right, that'll do us. There's a little bit left, but we can get that on the next one. Let's get this up there, sell it off and get ourselves a bucket so we can clear out this beast. Here we go. We should have left the forks at home so we can connect the bucket. I don't think we need anything massively big. We just need something that's a bucket to open the pit. Come on, money. Like I said, we do have the economy on normal, so we're not going to get as much, which is good because we don't want to make it too easy. And while we're doing that, we'll have a look at buckets, front loader buckets. Something cheap. We don't need huge capacity. All this stuff at the end is usually pretty good. What's this for? I don't think that fits what we have. That's not a bad one for that price. How many? What's the price of that? $6.50 for an extended one. That's 20,000 litres. We don't need that at all. I'm just going to go with a standard one. We've only got a small tractor, and we don't want it to tip. We just want to be able to pick it up and open the silage pit. So we ended up getting, what we get, 4,600 for that maybe. We just bought the bucket too. Let's see if the bag handler can collect it for us. Alright, so that should be fine for us to use to open the pit. We don't need to move anything else at the moment. Later on, if we need to move around fertilizer and any other stuff, we can get that. I think for now this will be perfectly suited for us. And what I'll probably do is, because we've only recently just done silage, this next batch I'll probably collect off camera, just so it's not too boring. And we're gonna have to do it soon because the grass is growing crazy fast. Put that there for a minute. We'll drop our little bag handlers here so they sort of don't get lost. Looks like a decent size to suit this tractor, so lucky we didn't get the bigger one. Probably would have been scraping up against the walls and not letting us sort of get into the spots we needed to get into. Sticks out very far too. We don't need that. Alright, that's opened a little bit there for us. See if we can get it to open more. Pretty sure you can get it to open the whole way. bucket's not down low enough. It's full anyway. I suppose as we go up and empty this out, we can have a little bit extra in the bucket. Oh, it's probably full, so it doesn't want to let me open it because we're full. Oh no, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we've got a spare extra bit in the bucket. We can fill this thing up again. Turn it on. Get the thing lowered down. Should be good to go now. You can see what I mean about getting it level, because the big drop-offs and pickups like that would be a very hard task. If it was all different sizes and wavy, it'd be very hard to get over. But this little forage wagon's a little ripper. It's cheap, does the job. There are a lot bigger ones there, but they're a lot, you know, $30,000-$40,000, and when you're starting out with not very much cash, this one is ideal. Our bucket must have dropped some out on the way. We lost 80 litres. Go. Sell that off as well. That's the thing, we're starting to get some money, and I know the plough we need is about $7,000. I haven't looked at seeders or fertilizers yet, and then of course we've got to get a harvester, so yeah, about $4,500 for that load. Unless we can lease a harvester from workers or borrow a harvester, like do their work and ask them if we can use it. I think we're looking at about 30,000, something like that. Some little cheap old ones, 20,000, 30,000. So yeah, there's some available, but they are old, a little bit nasty, and probably a little bit dangerous. They don't have cabs on them, so oh no, we don't want to do that. Hopefully that empties out. That's going to make it a bit hard to pick up, but my bad for turning it on too early. That was silly. Silly of me. That's where the bucket's going to come in handy too, to get that stuff along the outside and the edges. Because you do have to empty it all out to get the new batch in there. So I'm going to continue doing this. We'll get a couple more loads done and bring you back, and go from there. Alright, we're on the last little bit. I scraped all the insides in, and this is what we're left with, so hopefully pick it up without any issues, because we keep getting hung up on the little piles. I need to see if we can get the four-wheel drive kit put on this one. We have a little bit of drive in the front wheels when we get hung up on these things. It would be super handy. I've been battling it, so that's why I haven't brought these back in yet, because it's just been a head mess. Let's just say, I won't say the other word. But we got nearly, well, after this we should have about $30,000, so that's not a bad little deal. Probably would have had a lot more on easy, probably 60, 80,000 maybe. The price drops a lot. Alright, so that is empty now. Lift the pickup, we'll go and dump this out and see what we can get next. So hopefully we have the money to get a plough. The biggest thing is this tractor going to pull it? Some are rated to 100, 150 horsepower, and sometimes these tractors will pull them. Some are rated at 80 horsepower and these tractors won't. So it's a bit of a gamble. I know I think there is one on this map from OmaTana. I haven't tried that one before, so we might give that one a shot. There is a lizard one, the 3 meter or 6 meter one that you can tow backwards to make it work. Okay, so 29.97. That's Not bad. Like, I'm not complaining. So where are we? Plows. There is this one here for 17,000. What's that? 6 to 9 meters. This one's a 4 meter. A 9 meter. How big do we go? It's like horsepower wise. It's nearly all our money gone. Yeah, how much is the cedar? I should have looked at that before I bought that actually. I know there's some cheaper ones you can get. That looks too, what's that, a 4.3 meter? It holds fertilizer and seed. That's 2 meters. I mean, worst case, we can use that. It doesn't need any power because it runs on the wheels. Will take a fair bit longer to seed with that, but got that for 6,000. That holds 1660. 1660, and I think it uses seed and fertilizer too, so they might be an option for us. And it's not much horsepower to make it run, so that's what we're doing next episode, I think. Off camera, what I'll do is I'll pick up all this grass and dump it into the silage pit. Or do we make a field? Yeah, like we could make a little field up here. Ground's a bit wobbly wibbly, but I mean we're not going to use it for much else at the moment, especially except for chopping trees. We could probably come down to here, go across to here, and then just follow the roadway up. That might be the go. That could be what we're going to do, I'd say. We could probably even come around the side here a little bit and put in as much as we can, to be honest. I'll grab this grass before I forget it, because I always forget the stuff on the side. But yeah, that's all I'm going to be doing, is I'm just going to be picking up all this grass for now. And I think next episode is when we're going to break some ground. Whether or not we do a huge field, because the cost of seed and fertilizer is going to come into it as well. I'd love to do this whole area as one field or break it down into 2 fields, but at the same time, well, we're sort of going to rely on how much money we get from this next batch of silage. And if any contracts pop up, because we need money to buy. We've got enough to buy cedar and maybe some seed and fertilizer, then we'll be broke. And we're going to need $38,000 to $40,000 to get ourselves a harvester. And I mean, this is a pretty big paddock to be doing if we've only got a 2 meter wide cedar, in all honesty. So yeah, I'll get this silage done, I reckon, or the grass done. We'll go up and grab our plough, give it a bit of a test, make sure we can work with it. Otherwise we can sell it now before we'll lose too much money, because it's brand new. If we leave it too long, we might lose it and not be able to afford another one and have to do lots of silage, and I don't want to continue to do it. It's good when you've got little patches of grass and you need to feed cattle, or you want to get a little bit of extra cash in. It's very time consuming. Like, obviously last time it took me a few hours to get it all done, and I think you guys seen 10 minutes of it, you know. So it's one of them things that can be very time consuming and annoying, and it's not fun to watch. So it's about as fun to watch as it is to do it, especially when you got smaller stuff. If we had bigger forage wagon, bigger scoops, bigger windrowers, like it might be a lot more fun to do it, but it's not cool. Alright, we'll go up and grab this plough and see what we can do. And here it is. This is the big rig. 6 meters. There is a 9 meter option. So if we get a bigger machine later or need to do more area, we could probably get the bigger one. So let's see how it goes. So we don't want to go that far close to the edge because we'll get into area that we can't use. Okay, it's going to pull it. I'm probably going over too far. I want to try and keep it as straightish as we can on one side, so never going to get it perfect, not with this thing because it's so small, like it's rigid, so it's not going to allow any movement or any play. But it's going okay, not going too far off, and hopefully that's still in our land limit. We'll stop it about there. And what do we do? Do we go straight across? Or do we zoom around? Like that's going to be pretty decent size to start with, I reckon. Alright, let's just see how we go across here. Oh, it's starting to slip. No good. Try and follow this around a little bit. Maybe zoom down across here. The hardest part's going to be keeping up with the road, I think. Following the road without doing too much damage to it. It's not very straight either. Bugger. I thought I was going straight because I was sort of following the grass that I had over there. The grass piles. That's a bit neater. We can always fix up the edges. I'm a little bit pedantic and a little bit gotta fix that sometimes. Looks a little bit messy. So we'll try here. Is to sort of just drop it in just here. And we'll try and follow as close as we can to the road. I wouldn't mind, I want to leave some grass there, so if we decide to turn this back into grass, we can without having to like fix up the road and stuff. But this is going to be pretty big. didn't think it was going to be that big when we started on that side part, but now we've sort of done this and this, it's going to be, well, it's going to be good. It's money. It's going to get close to the road there because it's a little bit wider than it's meant to be. Like that. That looks what we want. Drop that down and try and keep it straightish across here. And that's it. That's going to be our field. Wicked. Very, very happy with that. Got to be honest. All right, let's get this party started. At least we got a 6 meter one. Shouldn't take us too long to get this all tidied up. Be a lot easier if we could use a worker or something and keep it nice and neat and straight, but that can't happen. Not when you plow on ground and not when you're using this one. But it's not too bad. Like, we might fix up a few little bits around the edges and just tidy it up, but once also those trees are cleared, we could maybe go down a little bit further. But we'll clear that tree, and then the next one around the corner, that will give us enough room to get the harvester in and out without bumping into it. Because they're usually a little bit longer. But yeah, let's just zoom and get this done. I'm going to put cruise control on and we might jump in a bit of a time lapse to get it done. Last little bit going here. The back wheels are slipping a little bit in the dirt, so we may have to get that four-wheel drive or a locker or something put in it so we can get traction. It's not too bad when we're going on the grass. It's just if we need to start off, so if there's enough room, I'm just trying to swing it around without wrecking the field. But that's it. That's it done. It's looking pretty spectacular, to be honest. I'm very excited. Wicked. We're gonna have to get ourselves a shed or something here soon, because we're starting to need storage space. We're getting a little bit of equipment, which isn't too bad. We're on episode 4 or 5. Pretty happy with that. Just need to get ourselves a seeder and a roller. I mean, if we can't roll it this time round, I mean, it's not gonna be crazy, but that would be a lot better if we could. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. So I'm gonna duck in, make some dinner, have a shower, hit the sack, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching and keep safe.